Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the pilot episode of Psychic Connections with Sam and Rose.
It's a game by Rook Fluffy and art by Shiuk. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced.
We'll have it in the description. They can fucking figure it out there.
Yep.
Uh,
we have never
so
played
yeah.
this game before. It's incomplete, I think, but it's getting updates and such.
Yes. Unlike the first chapter of Anthro-Affection, we are going into this completely blind. So, hey, just like Radical was, because he didn't wear his glasses. So.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. Let's start a new game. Here we go.
You want to be the narrator?
Okay. Feels like I've been driving forever. Is this the narrator? I guess this is just his inner thoughts.
I guess.
Or this is
someone
so
talking.
dark. I think it's our character talking.
Okay.
It's so dark. I can afford to stop. Do you even see? Can't let myself. We're so tired. No idea who's saying what.
I have no idea what's going on, but let's just keep going.
If I could just. It'd be funny if this is a horror game.
Yeah. That'd be great. I don't know anything about this game. That'd be fucking hilarious.
No, it could be like a Doki Doki situation where.
Oh, I think we just got in a car crash.
Yeah, he screamed, "Oh shit," when we were laughing, so.
I'm sorry.
I jolt awake in a sweat, gasping for air. It was just a dream. It's been a while since I had a nightmare about back then. Post-traumatic stress. What I'd been told, I was in a car wreck that landed me in a coma for almost 2 years.
Oh.
When I finally came to, my memory was spotty at best. As on, most of what I'd forgotten came back to me. Meanwhile, I underwent about 6 months of grueling physical therapy. It was hell, but I rathered that over an extended period in a wheelchair. I was able to get my high school diploma throughout the process.
Very impressive to, still keep up with school and stuff when you're recovering from a car crash in a coma.
Bitch, I can't keep up with school when I'm not going through 6 months of physical therapy. With some help, my dad was able to set me up for a college scholarship as a result of my situation. I gotta get in more car crashes.
Yeah. Finally, way to pay for college.
I'm still not sure how I feel about being a charity case, but I don't think I could have expected a full ride anywhere with my grades. Hashtag relatable.
Relatable.
Now that I've completely recovered, save for a scar on the back of my head and nightmares that I barely remember when I wake up. I've officially started college today. The stress of it all is probably why I had that dream again. Fully awake for orientation yesterday. The trip took too much out of me, so I just crashed when I got to my room. Should probably check the time. 10:09. Definitely won't miss waking up early for high school. Doesn't look like I have any new messages from Dad. No surprise there. We've been more worried about his baby boy. Oh no. Oh no, is this did we pick the wrong game?
Oh no, I didn't consider that.
You checked the tags on this one, right?
Hold on.
Maybe Dad isn't his biological father. Anyway, you'd think he'd have been more worried about his baby boy. Unsurprisingly, it didn't take long for him to return to being a relatively uninvolved parent.
Oh man. My child was in a coma, and that I paid attention to him during that time, but now that he's perfectly okay again. He's not interesting anymore.
Yeah. Least he could do was tell me if I need to get a freaking job while I'm out here.
That would
Well,
probably
do you
be.
have money?
Yeah, do you have money? Is he going to give you money? Is that the
So then
question?
probably not. Oh, yeah, I guess. I'm a bit more awake. I should probably log onto the website mentioned in orientation. Looks like I need to create an account still. I should have done this yesterday. Oh well. No time like the present.
First name.
First
Radical.
name, Default Mason.
We could do Radical Tactical again.
We could. How about Tactical Radical?
Tactical Radical.
Switch it up a bit. Radical.
Last name.
Would be Radical.
Radical.
Radical. There we go.
Tactical Radical.
Wow, they already have all my classes listed into a schedule. I barely even remember what I signed up for.
I mean, it might be important to know what you signed up for so you know what classes to go to.
Well, it looks like I have English class in a few hours.
In a few hours, it's 10. Your first class is like in the afternoon. I mean, that's just ideal. No morning classes whatsoever.
Oh, we actually get to see what we look like.
Yeah.
You can get that in the other one.
We're a furry,
Right.
which is unsurprising because this is a furry game.
Yeah, I mean, because we did specifically look for furry games.
Yeah.
I believe we tagged furry and visual novel, so. Alright, I'm not super thrilled that he's in a wife beater, but. No, that's fine. Okay, question. Looking at this angle, and I have the thought. So, I'm a human. Means I have armpit hair.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like he does not have any excess hair on his armpit.
But he's got just like normal,
You think
like brown
that's
fur.
because he shaves it? Right, but do you think he like trims his armpit hair to match the length of the rest of his hair? Or do you think...
Maybe furries don't have excess armpit hair.
I guess that would make sense.
It doesn't
Armpit
look like
hair
he
is
has
usually
excess
not-
head hair either. Like the hair on his head is the same length as the rest of his fur.
Jeez, I'm getting flooded with Sprunk page notifications. I guess one of my friends posted an update.
The thing is, we went off on a tangent and had a whole conversation and everything. And the entire time, Sprunk page was on the screen, and I didn't comment on it, but that is a strange name for a social media platform.
Yeah, because my immediate thought was Spunk page, just because... And Spunk... Hey, maybe this guy's got a Spunk page account, you know? I'm not gonna judge. Hold on. I should see if that's a site. No.
No, please don't.
Seems like Henry's doing pretty good at his... It seems like Henry's doing pretty good at his school. He was the only one to reach out to me after I'd woken up. After I took the red pill. Henry red-pilled Tactical Radical. I guess the others felt too awkward to message the coma guy. Oh, woken up after the coma. I thought it was like just today. If that makes more sense.
No, yeah, the coma. Everyone is like, oh, yucky, he was in a coma. That's so cringe.
You posted cringe, Tactical. You got in a car crash. I was pretty thankful to have him help me catch up on everything I'd missed.
TikTok came into existence while he was in a coma, and he had to explain what TikTok was.
Well, he had to explain first what Musical.ly was, and then how it switched to TikTok. That man's got sharp elbows. Look at it.
He does.
Damn. Maybe that's just like hair coming off it in the peak shape. I don't know. That man could stab your eye out with his... Damn. All right, cool. Hey, I'll be real. What was it? Shiruk. Good art.
Yeah.
I wish I could have gone to his school, so that I'd have someone nearby. But we ended up on opposite ends of the country, so can't really lean on him where I am. I can't really lean on him where I am. He's a junior now, so I'd probably be one too, if not for ... I flop my phone back onto my bed, letting my eyes stare lazily up at the bare ceiling. No. You're on. Oh, he's on the top bunk.
Oh,
Okay.
is he on the top
I
bunk?
thought he was on the bottom bunk.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought
because
he
look
was
at
on the
like,
bottom bunk
box
too.
next to him.
Does he have a roommate now? Because he has bunk bed. Are we going to meet the roommate?
Anyway, at the bare ceiling. My bare ceiling. It'll feel so surreal. So weird. Sorry, that was a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
In what felt like seconds, my entire life changed. Uh-oh. You know, have a psychic connection? My mom and dad had split, and all my friends left while I slept. That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
Zuko's fucking... That's rough, buddy.
It's rough because he's a dog.
Oh, friends. Felt so strange not having anyone. Oh.
Nope.
Someone's at the door. We missed the line. Yeah, though, I just watched the IT crowd. There's somebody at the door. There's somebody at the door.
I was just watching IT crowd earlier too.
Damn. Someone's at the door? Guess I better put some pants on and leave the existential crisis stuff for later. Shuffling my jeans on, I moved to open the door, but... Oh.
Oh. Is this a red panda?
Okay. She's a red panda! Yes! Fuck yeah. I just like red pandas. They're my favorite animal.
Mm-hmm.
For the uninitiated.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what kind of voice this person has.
Well, I don't know. What's his name? Tadacle's just kind of my voice with weird, like, cheeriness, maybe.
Oh, hey there. You're Tadacle, right?
Can I help you? I'm almost positive I've never seen this girl before, and I don't know how she has a key to my room, but I'm glad I at least got to put pants on before she opened the door.
My name's Zoe. I'm the RA for this floor, just doing my duties and making sure you moved in all right.
Nice. Zoe brushes past me, letting herself into my room, and begins looking around.
Rude.
Please, just let yourself in. Make yourself comfortable, bitch!
Don't mind if I do.
I do mind, but okay. I'm still a bit groggy, so I could be wrong, but I don't think she's allowed to just waltz into my room like this.
Looks like you lucked out on not getting assigned a roommate. Oh, so we don't have a roommate. Still a little empty though, ain't it?
Good, because it seems like we only have one desk, so... I stare at her blankly. I just got here. Did she expect me to have this place decked out or something? She looks at my desk and pats it off as if to dust it off, before using it as a seat, rather than the chair right next to the desk.
Oh, you know she's cool because she doesn't sit in chairs like a normal person.
Yeah. She's totally a youth minister. She sits in the chair backwards, like straddling it. Like...
Hey, it's your... Yeah, I can't speak, I'm sorry. Hey, it's your room, don't sweat it. I'm just pulling your leg. College is a huge step, so don't stress too much and go at your own pace. Since I'm here, you have any questions for me?
Right. She's a resident assistant. She'd likely know a lot about the campus. Yeah, no shit.
I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. What is there
I
to
have no
do
questions.
here? I have no questions. Goodbye.
No. I like this drill. How about just what is there to do around here?
Okay.
You'd think I would have known that before I picked this college, but sure.
Well, on campus there are a couple spots worth your time. The library is probably the ideal study location. They enforce a strict low-volume policy. They punch you in the face if you have your
Oh,
music too
God.
high.
Yeah. If you want in jokes, make sure to check out our other playthrough,
Yeah.
Anthro Affection.
Sorry, that was a reference to, yes, our other playthrough, Anthro Affection.
A true, the FDSU, furry dating universe. Alright. You mean they do more than loudly shush people?
Let's just say if you need to check out books for a class, use the media center to print. Oh my god, I can't fucking read. Let's just say if you need to check out books for a class or use the media center to print something, I recommend staying on the librarian's good side.
I question what someone would have to do to justify banning them from using open school resources like the library. But considering the RAs can just let themselves into dorm rooms, I guess I shouldn't be questioning something like that either. Oh,
It's probably a privacy issue that the RA can just walk into the dorm room. Do you think she has a key?
I mean, I get, yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause she had to unlock the door. I mean, like, that's a risky move, just walking into a college-age person who doesn't have a roommate, just waltzing in. That's a risky move.
Oh yeah, yikes. I wonder what she stumbled into.
That's why she does it. Maybe she's a fucking perv. Like, oh,
If that's what she's into, actually, it's not okay.
I was gonna say, no, I'm not a kink shamer, but I'll keep that in mind.
There are a few open plots of grass and a couple good running trails all around campus if you're an outdoorsy type. Although if you do prefer exercise inside, I'm told we have a pretty good gym. It's usually pretty comfortable most of the time, but it gets packed in the winter months. There's a variety of equipment, and there are some vending machines with low-calorie snacks and supplements.
Uh-oh. We don't tend to do too well in gyms. Go watch our other playthrough, Anthro Effect. Speaking of food, I think they said something about a dining hall at orientation.
Yeah, though if I'm being honest, I can't recommend the food there. You'd honestly be better off getting food from literally anywhere else.
Can't be that bad.
They serve human flesh there.
Well, I'm a dog. She's a red panda. I think red pandas are omnivores? No, I think they're herbivores. Hold on. Whatever, I'm not gonna look it up.
Well, one of the chefs on staff is very eccentric. He likes to experiment with the meals. But if you don't believe me, you're free to experience it yourself. Just make sure you record it for me if you do. Personally, I recommend you explore the campus. I don't know much about you, so I can't really speak to where you'd like to go. Do you have any other questions?
How does one become an RA? That is a good question. Who wakes up, it's like, I guess pervs.
Yeah!
She has people that walk in on people masturbating.
Oh, are you interested in being an RA?
I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not even sure what an RA does.
They walk in on people masturbating. That's their job.
Sounds weird. But I'm growing more positive you shouldn't have been able to get into my room.
To be honest, it isn't anything special. We maintain dorm life and try to assist students with their needs while they live on campus. To simplify, we clean the dormitory building and make sure none of the students have any banned substances. I'd also be your point of contact if you got too inebriated at a party and didn't have a sober driver.
That's nice. Have you ever had to do that before?
Only for students that didn't have any other friends to call.
Looks like we'll be hanging out a lot then.
Yup.
You know, I was in a coma and my life just got destroyed while I was asleep.
No one wants to be friends with someone who's in a coma. If you were interested in becoming an RA, I can tell you. Oh my god, why do I speak too fast and before I actually read the line and it trips me up. If you were interested in becoming an RA, I can tell you now that you won't be able to become one.
Really crushing my balls and my dreams there, huh? Why not?
Because they hate people who are in comas. It's a position only held by upperclassmen, so I'm afraid you need to be here at least a year, freshie.
Something about being called freshie feels demeaning. And I'm not radical tactical. I don't have a humiliation kink.
I'm totally different. I'm tactical radical.
This is all this alternate universe is the same character. Though maybe it's because I'm having trouble looking at Zoe as my upperclassman.
Do you have any other questions?
Yes. What program are you studying in?
Me? Well, I'm a business major with a to-be-determined minor. Oh, she's a business major. I'm hoping to take over my dad's business when he retires, and it seems like a good place to start.
What kind of business does he run?
It's a sort of support group for individuals with unique needs.
Seems nice.
Seems vague. Suppose it's part of the reason I picked up being an RA, so I could get more experience interacting with different people. What about you? What are you here to study?
I'm not sure yet. Figured I'd cover my general education credits while I figured that out.
There's nothing wrong with that. You're keeping your options open, which is smart. I mean, he's a first year. You don't need to pick your major the first day of college. Just don't be that dumb junior in 2 years that declares a random major because it seemed doable. Do you have any other questions? I have no more questions.
I have no more questions.
Sorry, I read your line. Well, if you think of more questions, don't be afraid to ask. It's my job, after all. You're my last stop today. Oh, you've done this to other people today.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, Jessica down the hall, she was going fucking ham on a zucchini. It was gross, but like really like weird, you know, like gross in the kind of way that you'd never look away from it.
She didn't
like
notice me standing there for 5 minutes.
It's like a car crash, no offense. Alright. Zoe motioned towards the exit, but she pauses and turns to look straight at me. Is there something wrong?
No, just... you have interesting eyes.
Is she hitting on me? If so, I'm flattered, but she's sort of lacking the main things I like in a guy. Oh, like being a guy. Okay, so Tactical's gay.
Nice. That means that we can't date her, so we can't date the red panda, which is sad. Unless there's a male red panda.
Yeah, that's a real kick. That's a real kick in the dick to me. So that sucks. I'm looking around my room. I got 2 stuffed red pandas. I got a Negretzko poster, which I guess counts. Thanks.
Hey, here's the thought. Why don't you come check out the club fair with me?
Beg your pardon?
Yeah, it's this big cluster of clubs that try to recruit new members at the first week of each semester.
A whole week? Isn't that a little much?
Probably, but I'm sure you'll find that a lot of people here take their extracurriculars seriously.
I'm not so sure. I just got here, and I don't know if joining some club at the moment I hate campus is the smartest thing. Clearly, you have never played a dating sim, my man.
It can be pretty overwhelming, so I thought I could be your tour guide.
Like Doki Doki Literature Club, the entire first half of that game is like, join our club!
Trust me, it's a lot of fun and a great opportunity to meet people, too.
Why would you want to be my tour guide?
Why does anybody do anything ever? because the plot says so.
The same reason I do everything, Tactical, to get laid.
I'm always looking for new friends. Plus, you're pretty funny, so I think I'd have a good time hanging out with you.
I mean, we haven't told any jokes,
Yeah.
so
Have we said something
I don't know
funny?
if I'd take offense to that. I'm gonna take offense to that if I'm honest.
Oh, yep. The game just
Oh my god!
always predicting what we say.
Dude, we need to make a furry dating sim. Because
Yeah.
apparently we got the fucking chop. You think I'm funny? I don't remember telling any jokes.
That's because you're kinetically funny and you don't even realize it.
God. I'm kinetically funny? What does that even mean?
It means the things you do are funny rather than the things you say. Like, for example, your fly's been down this whole time.
I quickly looked down, and lo and behold, my fly is not only undone, but gaping open, as if to encourage peeking at my choice of underwear.
I mean, you did
If I remember back to the previous... Yeah. Just put pants on.
You just put pants on like 10 seconds before she opened the door, so...
She invited herself into your room. She can't really complain that you're not dressed. Grab the zipper and yank it upward. I look up to the panda before me, who just snickers. Talking for a few minutes, and she just now pointed it out. She really is a pervert.
Yeah. See, you're kinetically funny. Plus, I hate when people stay cooped up in their dorm rooms all day when they could be out living life. I'm just an introvert, Zoe. Leave me alone. Like, really?
I just want to stay inside and play furry dating sims.
Yeah. Like, really, what is there to do inside that you couldn't do with others? I'd say play furry dating sims, but we're playing furry dating sims right now with multiple people.
Yeah.
This is obviously a two-person activity.
I can think of one thing, but... Oh, he's making a sex joke. I can think of one thing, but after what just happened, I probably shouldn't make that joke. Assuming she isn't already thinking that's what I was doing. No, again, she came into your room. You're good, bud.
Yeah.
Zoe is looking at me expectantly. It couldn't hurt to go check out the extracurricular activities, and I don't exactly have a reason to say no here. I guess it'd be fine.
Awesome, you won't regret it. Let's get going.
Yeah. In the blink of an eye, she's yanking my arm, pulling me out of my room towards the stairs. Can I put a shirt on? Like,
No.
I'm wearing a plain white tank top. Let me...
Just gotta go in your jeans and wife beater.
It's not until she starts telling me about when she'd gotten lost last week that I start questioning my life choices. This is gonna be a long day. The walk to the fair was pretty short. Zoe kept telling me more about campus life and things to look out for.
Seriously, frat parties are the worst. By the end of it, everyone's completely shit-faced. Not to mention any guys you meet there are just trying to get in your pants.
Yeah, because you wouldn't know about that. Fucking perv. Jesus. Really? All of them?
No, not all of them, but most of the people I've met at these things are just looking for a quick hookup.
Yeah, and what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
But are you fucking... Go back to the 50s, you fucking prude. God, I'm joking. Everyone has boundaries, that's okay. God damn it. Okay. Zoe stops for a brief moment and begins looking around us. In an instant, she's running towards one of the tables. I'm standing awkwardly as I watch her go.
Hey, Tentacle, get over here. I want you to meet somebody. Aiden, this is Tentacle. He's a new student, so I thought I'd guide him through the cub... Oh my god, I can't speak. Aiden, this is Tentacle.
It's a
He's
cub.
new...
Hey, kind of is a cub fair.
The cub fair. So I thought I'd guide him through the club fair. God, words.
I hate Adrian. Or Aiden.
You hate him
Get
already?
him. I fucking hate him. I hate him. I'll take him. I see. Well, it's nice to meet you, Tentacle.
That's a very bold voice choice right there. We don't know his personality
Look
yet.
at his fucking hair. Look at his hair.
It is slicked back.
Wolf, yeah, and I guess he just looks douchey. Well, he's wearing dress pants. He's
Yeah.
not wearing jeans. That's why I'm going with, instead of the frat boy, I'm going with this douchebag rather than the frat boy douchebag.
Okay.
The wolf boy before me extends his hand outward, and I give him mine in return. His grip is firm, almost stiff. I look him in the eyes, and his gaze meets mine. I don't know if I've ever met someone with more piercing eyes.
Aiden here is the president of the student government, and probably the most knowledgeable person here.
Yeah, looks like it. Zoe says this proudly. Looking at Aiden, I'd say he looks the part. Well, there you go.
Yep.
He almost looks princely somehow. I picked the perfect voice.
Yeah, I'm sorry for questioning you.
Though that might just be because his clothes look like they might be worth more than my phone. Well, I'm sure that's true. I don't think it's fair to boast, given my status.
I'm Jeff Bezos' son.
I own Amazon Light. I invested in GameStop. Eyes return their focus to me, but somehow it feels like he isn't necessarily looking at me, but through me. I hope Zoe hasn't been giving you a hard time. She has a tendency to go overboard.
I know what you mean, or not at all.
I mean, she does go overboard.
But it seems mean to be like, I know what you mean, she fucking sucks, right in front of her.
Yeah. I guess not at all. We'll lie. Keep up appearances. Well, I think I understand where he's coming from. I can't say Zoe has done anything particularly intrusive, except intrude into my home.
Except literally intrude.
Yeah. She's been pretty cool so far. Not everyone's willing to help out a stranger, after all.
I think she's going to be our wingman character, so we should probably stay on her good side.
I guess. That's certainly true. Maybe she's gotten a bit better at first impressions, then. That's an interesting look. I wonder if Zoe made a bad impression on him when the two had met. If she ever does go overboard, be sure to let me know, and I'll put a stop to it.
Aiden, you make me sound like some kind of wild child. To think it was going to be my treat today. To think it was going to be my oh, God, I'm just so bad. I keep reading her lines before I actually like read them. So I just like completely fuck up the inflection. Aiden, you make me sound like some kind of wild child. To think it was going to be my treat today.
Out of the kindness of your heart, I can't believe I never noticed how generous you were, Zoe. Not sure what I would have done if you had paid for my coffee today. Why, I'd likely have gone mad. I'm sure you didn't have an ulterior motive for trying to get on my good side today either.
Well, now that you mentioned it, I just remembered I promised to help the a cappella team set up their table. So I'm sure you wouldn't mind showing Tentacle around while I do that.
Oh, yes. I get to do all the voices.
Oh, great. Do you want me to take over the narration?
Yeah, you can. I'll do the voice of the two, but you do the narration.
Okay. Zoe doesn't even give Aiden a chance to protest. She bolts off deeper into the fair, disappearing into the labyrinth of makeshift stands and people. Wait, did I seriously get dragged out of my room by someone I just met only to get ditched and left in the care of a complete stranger? I need to start reevaluating the choices I make that put me in these situations.
She's acting worse than last year. Sorry about her. As I said, she's a bit all over the place.
Aiden sighs, but it isn't a normal sigh. Rather, it's the sigh of a broken man forced into similar situations on a regular basis. I pity him.
Time for my break anyway, so how about I show you around? Voice really makes me need to yawn. Sure you really want to... Are you really sure you want to spend your break doing more work? It's fine. I need to stretch my legs anyway. Besides, it would be very unbecoming of me to not support my juniors.
Aiden proceeds to guide me through the fair. Occasionally, we stop at a table and I learn a bit more about some of the clubs. He's pretty knowledgeable when it comes to the involvement and reputation of the various clubs, though that probably comes with being the student government president.
So, we've looked at quite a few so far. Any of them catch your interest? I'm not sure. Some of these guys seem a bit extra. Sure none of these are actually cults in disguise? Oh, the acapella group is definitely... They drank the Kool-Aid long ago. You must watch too many movies. Some of the students are just overzealous in their recruiting methods. A cult at the school, I think I'd know. There's definitely a
There's
cult
a cult
at this
at the school.
Yeah.
Where's the secret ending where we get kidnapped by the cult and Aiden sacrifices us to Satan?
Yeah, where's the ending where Joseph turns our daughter into a demon and or whatever? I don't remember.
I don't remember what happened in
Ending
the
of
Dream
Dream
Daddy
Daddy.
bad ending thing.
You
There's
take
question marks here. Excuse me, do you two have a moment?
Sure.
Great, I'm currently looking for new members for our club. Opening personalized emotion networks, or OPEN for short. We seek to connect with like-minded individuals, finding their inner selves as we shed mortal boundaries on our quest toward enlightenment.
What exactly does that entail?
I'm so glad you asked. We actually have several information guides on our activities if you're interested. The student hands me a pamphlet detailing several routines in which members find themselves to remove all doubt from their existence.
This is the red pill. I'm not sure if this is for me, but thank you.
Probably a cultist.
Probably a cultist. That's great. That's great.
I understand. Keep the brochure in case you change your mind.
Sure they aren't. Just stop. Let's check out the culinary team's table.
Aiden leads me over to a line of people chattering away at each other. I count at least a dozen people in front of us.
I'm not exactly interested in cooking, though. Maybe we can skip this one and check a table without a line? Don't worry, I doubt anyone in this line is interested in joining the culinary team either. And why? The culinary team sells samples of their work in an effort to entice people, while also raising funds.
Oh shit, it's a bake sale.
So we're just in line to get a bite? Exactly. Jason, the head of the team, made these roasted dumplings last year that were just to die for.
The conversation between us naturally ends and an awkward silence replaces it as we wait in line. The smell wafting from the table up front is beyond enticing. Aiden probably wasn't kidding about how good the food they were serving was. Looking at the wolf next to me, it dawns on me that we've been wandering for a while now, and I still don't really know anything about him. I mean, you don't usually know things about your tour guide.
Yeah. I was in Disney World and I went on the Kilimanjaro safari. I didn't know I didn't know the life story of the guy driving the car.
He's mostly just talked about the club so far and elaborated on the history of some of the clubs. He's very kind for giving me this tour, even if it was more or less shoved on him by Zoe. I feel like I should be asking more about him, but I don't even know where to start. I never had much luck when it comes to talking to attractive guys.
Or this guy. So, Zoe seems to have taken quite the interest in you. Oh, huh? Oh, yeah. Guess she has. She was quite insistent on me coming out. How does she know? How does she know? Is she like that with everyone she meets? No, she's actually pretty reserved with most people. But if she meets someone special, she tends to drop that facade.
I didn't get that at all.
Really? What makes someone special?
Not wearing pants.
Yeah. Hard to say. I guess some people have a unique quality. If she happens to see that quality in you, you're pretty much stuck with her. A unique quality, huh?
It's a bit weird to think someone might act differently around you based on an assumption they have about you. Is this a metaphor for racism?
Yeah, is this a
I don't really even know what Zoe thinks she sees in me, unless I'm supposed to assume Aiden is also kinetically funny. My eyes drift downwards towards where his fly would be. Realizing what I'm doing, I force my eyes back upward to meet Aiden's gaze.
Wait a minute. Where his fly would be, he's wearing zip.
Is he
pants.
wearing zipper pants?
Dress pants have zippers.
I wouldn't know. Every
would,
pair
I've
of
worn-
pants I wear is jogging pants.
I've worn jeans and dress pants and khakis all my life. I haven't worn niche. I guess I wear sweatpants, but I haven't worn like basketball shorts since like 2009. So anyway, so Zoe has also seen a unique quality in you. Unfortunately, yes. We met while our parents were having a meeting, and she's been stuck to me ever since. Wow! So, how long have you two known each other? About 10 years, I suppose. Long time. So they're the childhood friends.
Oh yeah.
The ones, like, if every dating has a girl or guy that you've since you were a kid. So, maybe Zoe's the protagonist of this game, and we don't even know.
Oh yeah, Zoe. We're just the side character that you can't date.
We are quite literally the gay best friend.
Oh no, this is Gay Best Friend Simulator.
Oh, damn. So, did you two go to high school together then? No, I went to private school while she...
Aiden pauses mid-sentence, seemingly catching himself. He stares at me for a moment before he speaks again.
You're actually pretty sly, aren't you? Well, no, a radical tentacle was a fox. We're a dog, so... Trying to learn more about Zoe from one of her friends to raise your chances with her, huh? What? No.
Maybe I should just correct him and tell him I'm gay. It might be better to avoid confusion.
Sorry, I was just curious and trying to keep the conversation going. Sorry, just thought I'd try pulling your leg a bit. You seemed a bit uncomfortable is all.
He's not wrong, though I can't say I feel as tense as I did when we started touring around. I thought I'd been pretty sociable, but I must still come across as nervous somehow.
Howdy, what can I get you?
Aiden walks forward, letting his eyes scan the selection they have available. Veggie kebabs, mini pot pies, and lightly sugared jelly donuts.
Okay, can I be real for a sec?
Hmm.
I would probably kill you for a dope ass veggie kebab right now. I'm very hungry.
I haven't had dinner yet today, because I woke up at 6:30 p.m. and I was just thinking that all of those sounded delicious. He visibly bobs his head back and forth, as if weighing the options in his mind.
I think I need a minute to think. Michael, you go ahead while I decide. On Aiden, you're holding up the line. Sure thing.
Yeah, we going for
Veggie
the
kebab.
veggie kebab.
100%. Dude.
The kebab seemed quite appetizing, a rainbow of assorted vegetables, slightly charred. Just looking at them made my mouth water.
Alright, that'll be $1. Cash or card?
I moved to grab my wallet, but Aiden places his hand on my shoulder to stop me. He places his shoulder on my shoulder. Oh no.
I mean, I guess we're just getting close pretty quick. Don't worry about it. Let me treat you. Are you sure? You might be my tour guide, but you don't have to pay for me. It's not a big deal, honestly. I want to.
Aiden then orders a meat pie for himself and pays for the both of us. The two of us shift out of line with our food and look for a spot to eat. We settle on a bench sandwiched between two club tables.
Don't you think we should find somewhere a little less busy? I'd prefer it, honestly, but I would have to go to another part of campus to avoid any crowd. No real worry. None of the clubs should bother us if we don't approach them. Oh, Jotaro, you're approaching me. The occultist.
We offer truly reinventive experiences. Join us at a very quaint and remote farm where the real produce is freedom of the self.
Oh, man. Maybe try avoiding eye contact, too.
Is that cultist just following us?
I guess. Yeah, thanks again, by the way. You didn't have to pay for me. I mean, it was $1. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not a nice thing to do, but it's not like... It's $1. Nonsense. I'm nothing if not a gracious host.
He says this proudly. I'm beginning to wonder if Aiden lied when he berated Zoe and actually does like showing off.
Speaking of being a good host, do you have any classes to get today? Zoe and I are getting coffee later, and I'm sure she'd love it if you joined us.
Coffee, huh?
We are looking for a third.
Can't say I've ever been the biggest fan of coffee. Wait, what time is it? Busting my phone out with a quickness, I see that the time has already swept past noon.
Crap. Aiden, I'm sorry to do this, but I actually have to get going now if I want to make it to my class. Not a problem. Do you need me to show you where to go? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I know where it is. Well, just in case, hand me your phone real quick. You gonna put his number in it?
I reluctantly hand Aiden my phone. He proceeds to tap away on the screen.
No. There we go.
Yep.
There, now we have each other's numbers. Text me in case you do end up needing help. I'll let Zoe know you had to dash to your class. I'll be sure to give her an earful for ditching you earlier. I appreciate it.
I turn to leave and pull up my class schedule on my phone, which tells me that my class is in Hurlum Hall. Unfortunately, Hurlum Hall is on the other side of campus. With how much time I have before the class starts, damn it, I'm gonna have to run. After a sprint around the
I
fair.
made it.
Yeah, that was pretty easy. After a sprint around the fair, I got to Hurlem Hall and into the classroom with a few minutes to spare. It's a smaller classroom. Fortunately, there are still plenty of seats available, so I grab one of the chairs in the back and catch my breath. Oh, we're a cool guy that sits in the back of the class.
You find the classroom okay? It's just fine, but I appreciate your offer to help. Glad you found it. While you're still available, you never did answer my earlier question if you wanted to get coffee.
We can't reply to that? Oh, okay.
I would love to get coffee.
Yeah, let's get coffee with Aiden and Zoe. Coffee does sound nice, and I was thinking this morning that I needed to put myself out there if I wanted to make friends.
Sure, why not? I should be able to squeeze it in. Not the first time I said that. Great. Text me when your class is over. I'll let Zoe know.
Here's a question marks person.
Do you mind if I sit here?
He's a nerd.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, he is. He totally is a nerd.
Totally fits. I look up from my phone to see a very slender rabbit before me. He looks down at me, his motions towards the seat next to mine. Do you want to take this character, or do you want me to?
I'll take him. I like the nerd voice I did.
Okay.
No.
No, you don't mind, or no, you don't want me to sit here?
He legit looks like Buster from Arthur. Go on the internet and tell lies?
You remember Buster from Arthur? This is him now. Feel old yet?
Yeah. Oh, well, they did that with like Rugrats. They were like, "What did they look like in 10 years? all grown up." Like, same thing with Arthur. No, I don't mind. Sorry, I'm just collecting myself. Had to rush to get here on time.
Really? You sleep late or something?
Something like that. Yeah, 2 years.
So, I guess if we're gonna be seat buddies, I better ask your name.
Oh God, buddy.
Seat buddies.
There you go.
I feel myself cringing at such a juvenile term, but it would be rude to point it out. Sorry, buddy, you posted cringe. You can't sit here anymore.
Yeah. It's tactical, and you are? God.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Tactical. My name's Quinn.
I guess I'll take Mr. Breyer. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to English 101, Introduction to Writing. I am your professor for this course, Mr. Breyer. The conversation between us ends as Mr. Breyer begins handing out and discussing the syllabus for the course. I do my best to pay attention to the dull explanation. I know how important it is to know the rules of the class and the expectations of the class. Why did I read it like that?
It's fine.
Letting myself be distracted would not be a good way to start my academic career as a college student.
What?
The rabbit looks taken aback, but quickly shifts into grinning as he slides a piece of paper towards me. I roll my eyes at the bunny and take the paper from him. At first I'm confused by the strange hieroglyphs, only to realize that they are in fact English words hidden behind poor penmanship.
Oh man, Quinn is me.
This Briar's pretty boring, right?
After deciphering the message, I look up at the rabbit, who stares back at me expectantly with a wide grin plastered on his face. I guess he's expecting me to reply. He's so monotone, it's hard to say a certain bunny is distracting me or don't reply.
I have a feeling Quinn is into boys and is gonna be one of our options if this is a date sim. I think Adrian's gonna be one of our options, as is Quinn.
I'm not sure I know enough about all of
We'll
the
say-
options right now to know who I want to pick.
Yeah, so I think we'll just say he's so monotone just to stay on his good side.
He's so monotone. I
Okay.
slide the note back to Quinn. He nods in agreement before scribbling something else down.
I really don't get why they bother with the whole syllabus thing. It's always don't eat in class, be respectful, turn your work in on time. Everyone here is an adult, right? Do we really need reminders on how school works?
He's writing a lot. I can agree with
Yeah,
that
it's a small-
sentiment. I'd like to think all university students are adults and don't need this, but it's also apparent that 2 adults are passing notes in the back like a couple of middle schoolers.
That's a fair point.
Yeah. We continue passing notes over the next hour while Mr. Breyer lectures about how he runs the course. Once Mr. Breyer ends his lecture, I begin packing up my things, but as I turn to leave, I feel a small hand atop my shoulder.
Listen, if you're not busy, I was gonna go check out some books at the library.
Because I'm a fucking nerd.
Fuck, he's nerd character, fucking nerd.
You seem like you'd be pretty fun to talk to if you opened up a little bit more. Any chance you want to go with me?
I might have considered this invitation, but I already made plans with Aiden, and it'd be rude to flake within an hour of making those plans.
Sorry, I can't. I already have plans.
No problem. Just thought I'd see if you wanted to come with me. You around then, Tactical?
Okay, so it looks like we can only... I imagine we can only do one activity a day.
Yeah, probably.
Definitely.
New.
He heelies away.
Let's get that joke out of the way. It's funny how in dating sims, people walk in on Heelys.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Get that joke out of the way. We don't have to make it anymore.
We'll never make that joke again, ever. I watch as the rabbit walks out the door. He seemed a bit disappointed, but we share this class, so I'm sure we'll have other chances to get to know one another. I shoot Aiden a text to let him know that my class is finished, and he sends me the address of the cafe. It looks like it's about a 10-minute walk. Hopefully they aren't waiting too long. Following the directions on my phone made finding the cafe a cinch. However, after looking around, I don't see Zoe or Aiden seated anywhere. Coffee is always a good idea. What that sign says.
I'm gonna have to hard disagree. What do all the signs say? What's the one on the top left?
All I can make out is the word caffeine.
Yeah.
There's something that says Paris. Like that poster says Paris, but I can't read any rest of it. If I can't read it, there's no way you can, because the screen share is probably worse
Yeah.
quality.
And I'm blind.
Yeah. At least this tactical is wearing his glasses.
Yeah. Well, no, he doesn't. He has good vision.
Oh
We've
yeah,
seen him.
because he wasn't wearing glasses when we saw that picture of him. Anyway. It is possible that I just beat them here, so I might as well order something and grab a table while I wait.
Oh damn.
Oh. I guess I'll take this character. Because you already have 2
Elliot.
characters. You okay over there? You're looking a little lost. The barista at the front counter motions me over. I must look like an idiot just leering from the front door. Getting closer, I can see that he is indeed a larger man, but his arms look sturdy and capable. He looks like he gives good hugs.
Yeah. He does, to be honest.
His smile somehow seems warm, though for some reason his eyes keep flicking downward.
Is my fly open?
Is my fly open again?
No, I'm not lost. Just meeting someone here and was checking to see if they'd gotten here yet.
I see. Well, the cute ones are always taken anyway. Can I get you a coffee while you wait? That's a bit forward.
Yeah,
Elliot.
I mean, damn. Yeah, I don't know. Why is his question marks? We can literally see his name.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I a huge coffee drinker, so I picked something uncomplicated sounding off the menu. After taking the money for my
That's
order... After taking
exactly
the...
what you don't want to do.
Yeah.
Because that's just going to be a black coffee.
The barista proceeds to quickly whip my drink together. Meanwhile, I snag a nearby table. It's only after I'm sitting down that it dawns on me. Did he just call me cute? I mean, he's not too bad looking himself now that I'm thinking about it. He definitely seems to have an air of maturity about him, although that might just be because he looks a few years older than me. Order for tactical?
Certified DILF.
Is the DILF character. Snapped out of my daze, I see that the barista man I was daydreaming about is standing before me with a drink in hand.
Aren't customers usually supposed to get up to get their coffee? Yes, but I wanted to deliver it in my own hand, because I'm into you.
Usually, but today's a slow day, and I could use a break. Hope you don't mind.
Not at all. Guess I should be flattered that you're choosing to spend it with me then. So then, I guess I should know the name of your esteemed coffee brewer. Of my esteemed coffee brewer.
Well, again, it's right there on the... Yeah. It's Elliot. It says it right here on my apron. Is the font too small? Elliot begins fumbling... fumbling. Oh my god, I fumbled with that word.
Hey.
Elliot begins fumbling with his apron as if concerned the stitch work wasn't done adequately.
Oh, you're right. Not sure how I didn't notice that before. We did.
Yep.
Don't worry.
Aha, it's fine. For all you know, I could have been wearing somebody else's apron.
I don't think that's a like big enough possibility.
Yeah, how often you just swap someone's embroidered apron.
Yeah, exactly.
So this friend you're meeting, are they somebody special? At first I ponder what he might be meaning. Are you oblivious, Tentacle?
Jesus Christ.
My thoughts are immediately dispelled by his tail lightly caressing my leg. I'm not even sure how I should be answering this question right now. He is very forward.
Yeah, man, Jesus.
Ooh.
No. Okay, out of the three, he's my favorite date prospect so far.
he's very forward.
It'd be like, I mean, it's like, well, he was gonna, but now that I got a big, strong man here, I guess. How about not at all, just a couple of people I met earlier.
Okay.
Good middle ground,
So
I
just
think.
a friend group then. I assume you go to the university?
Yeah, today was my first day. I was asked to get coffee with them, and I figured it doesn't hurt to make friends in a new place.
I know exactly what you mean. Why, when I first moved here, There you are! Appearing suddenly, Zoe interrupts our conversation and pulls me into a hug. She sure is friendly considering we just met today. I hope you weren't waiting too long. Ran as fast as I could, though I see you've already met Elliot. Hopefully he hasn't made you too uncomfortable. That's ridiculous. I never make anyone uncomfortable.
Into it, but thanks.
Really? Because I recall a certain musclehead almost decked you for coming on too strong. The art of flirting is all about timing and targeting. You have to recognize who won't appreciate it and who will. Elliot rubs his tail against
Really,
my
you're
leg
bad at
more.
that. The guy. You.
Before drawing it back to his side, the panther... Oh, he's a panther. I was about to question what he was.
Oh, I thought it was a cat. I guess same thing.
Can't see the ears because of the hat. The panther's attention finally shifts off of me and back to Zoe. But enough about me, Zoe. It's so good to see ya. I had no idea Tactical was a friend of yours. We met today at the campus. I'm his resident assistant. Right. You're always busy with those extracurriculars. I hope you at least had a good time visiting with your family before coming back. It was okay. I might tell you about it some other time. The two of them look towards me briefly, and it suddenly feels like I'm intruding on a private conversation. I'm not even sure how to break the ice with this sudden awkwardness. Luckily, due to a wolf in shining slacks coming to my rescue, I won't have to.
Gross. See, you're both here already, though I don't recall Elliot being invited to our little get-together. He works here.
He's wearing a suit
What?
jacket now.
Yeah. What a douche.
Oh, you wound me, Aiden. Here I thought we'd become good friends. Come on, Aiden. What are the odds that Elliot wasn't going to be here? He works here! That's what we just said.
Yeah. I agree, though still think you should probably return to behind the counter. Still unsure of what kind of establishment you're trying to run, but your employees are liable to slack off if they keep seeing their boss engaging in chit-chat more often than working.
Oh, he actually owns the coffee shop.
Business owner, Dilf.
Sorry, Ellie. The grump is having a bit of a rough day. The large panther sighs before removing himself from his seat. He motions for the two to go ahead as he trudges back towards the counter.
That was a bit rude, wasn't it? Sorry, just have a bit of a headache. It's easier for me to keep my head on within a smaller crowd. I'll apologize to him later.
You have to forgive Aiden. He's an introvert. He seemed very comfortable.
Yeah, seems like it.
Yeah, very comfortable with a complete stranger for an introvert. Aiden simply chuckles at this while the panda continues to explain away his rudeness. Today was just exhausting for him after being around all of the people from the club fair, so it's just better for him to be around fewer people so he can recharge.
I guess I can understand that, though I'm not sure why you'd want to get coffee then. I value a routine, and we get coffee every Monday and Friday. Regardless of how I'm feeling, I have no desire to deviate from that.
He gets pretty anal if something knocks him off his schedule. But enough about Aiden.
Speaking of anal...
Speaking of anal, tell us about you, Tactical.
Okay, anything specific you want to know? By the way, that was Zoe asking. She's a pervert. Oh god, no! Zoe, no!
No! Zoe's a homestuck!
No! God damn it.
What's your zodiac sign?
Really, Zoe? We're starting with astrology?
We can't all be a skeptical Aquarius like you. That's why you have your favorite
Hey,
Aries friend to balance you out.
I have... Alright. Well, who made this game? Who wrote it? It is you have ruined red pandas for me. How dare you?
Rook
Okay.
Fluffy. Rook
Alright.
Fluffy is to blame for this.
Rock Fluffy. Can't believe what you've done. Oh fuck. I can't believe you've done this.
Aiden simply rolls
Alright,
his
alright,
eyes at
here we
this,
go.
and they both look at me as if waiting for me to answer.
I'm not overly into astrology, but I'm pretty sure I'm a Cancer. The world. Not that there is much to be interested in. It's all just nonsense appeal to tribalism. The incessant need to belong to a group. I mean... even remotely scientific. Yet some people still put stock in it like it's gospel. There was a guy I met in sophomore year that lived exclusively through his horoscope readings.
If only you spoke this passionately all the time, then people might not think you're such a stick in the mud. Unlikely. I am reminded constantly by one of my employees how much of a drag he is. Surprised by the sudden addition to the conversation, I turn to see Elliot looming over me with Aiden and Zoe's drink orders. He looks down at me with a smile warmer than the coffee he's serving.
Yes, well, I'm sure you know how much I value the individual opinions of that particular employee.
Well, if you tried a bit harder, others might hold a better opinion of you.
I'd rather not project a false image when I'm supposed to be spending my time in leisure. Spend enough of my time doing that for business affairs. Business affairs. I'm frequently negotiating deals with several affiliates of my father's company in the local area.
Daddy's boy.
Yeah, well, it happens. Though I also consider any involvement at the university to be business affairs, as it's a matter of maintaining a public image.
The gears in my brain are trying to process what Aiden is saying, but it seems a bit beyond me.
Same. You have a job alongside school?
Aiden's father is the CEO of a major tech corporation. His father is Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, damn.
We were right. He just runs point for a lot of contacts around Elmwood.
Wow. So, if you've already got got such an important job, why even go to college? Because my grandfather was in one of the earliest graduating classes from Elmwood. Father followed in his footsteps, and I'm doing the same. I have a shit reason to go to college, but okay. After getting a degree, I intend to transfer to an Ivy League school for my higher education.
It's impressive, and I really can't help but be a little jealous. This wolf really seems to have it all figured out. Meanwhile, I'm just running around without a clue of what I'm doing. But the more I talk with Aiden, the more that princely vibe I got before shifts towards an entitled tone. So, Tactical, I've got a slightly more intrusive question. I'm currently working on a bit of a theory.
I'm sure it's something Zodiac. Sure, go for it.
I'm sure it's something terrible, this pervert.
Oh, my fucking Christ. Okay. That's your line.
Are you gay? That is an intrusive question, Zoe.
That's an incredibly terrible question to ask me in this public space full of my brand new peers. That's pretty out of nowhere. What's this theory for?
I'm writing a paper. Don't worry about that. Just harmless curiosity, really. I've got a theory myself that Zoe might be into me, but I guess this is the golden ticket to make things clear on that front.
I am, though I'm a bit curious what this theory of yours is.
Huh, what are the odds?
I don't know, like 1 in 10?
Sorry if that was
I
too
think
personal.
is the number.
Though I won't lie that I'm excited to have another gay friend. Oh, she's collecting gay best friends.
She is a perverted woman in modern day.
She laughs this off, though I get a bit curious looking over to the... looking over to the wolf on my right. Do I dare even ask? I must have been looking at him for too long, because Zoe answered the question that was on my mind. Aiden's gay too, if you're wondering, and hopelessly single. She's trying to set us up, but also, don't just admit that for him. Don't out your friends.
Always the fucking worst. Oi! That's not at all appropriate.
Oh, please, Aiden, it's the 21st century. Sexuality shouldn't be such a taboo conversation. Yeah, people still get fucking beat up in the streets for being gay.
Jesus.
It's still not safe to out people.
Because he's gay.
Besides, isn't honesty the best policy in business?
I'd beat you up in this. It's not business! Fucking! It's quite rich considering. Fine. If we're being completely transparent, I am indeed bisexual. I'm hopelessly single, as Zoe put it, because I've never considered romance a priority. Not that she'd understand, given she's never been outside of a relationship since I've known her.
The two begin to bitter excessively over their romantic conquests or lack thereof. Why is Elliot still here?
He's just listening.
Aiden said before that they'd known each other for years, and I can't help but question how they couldn't have possibly tried to kill each other in that time. Thankfully, the argument eventually ends thanks to an interjection by Elliot, who is still here. Hey gang, as much as I appreciate your business, I need to close up a little early today. So I'm sorry, but I'm gonna need you all to pack it up. Well, that's alright. Is everything okay? Yeah, just got get some things from my ex. You know how it is. Don't you have employees that can run the shop?
I don't know.
Right, well, if you need anything, just let us know. Of course. Thanks for stopping by. Tactical, it was very nice meeting you. I hope you come back again sometime.
Definitely. I didn't want to try to get one. I didn't get to try one of those mini cakes you have on display. So I'll be back for sure.
I'll hold you to that then. Take care. The Panther then returns to the cash register with Aiden following him to pay for the drinks. Hey, listen, this is kind of fun even though it ended up running a bit short. Aiden and I actually needed to split in a little while anyway, errands and all that. Seriously though, if you ever need anything, just let me know, especially if you want to hang out again.
Sure, I wouldn't be opposed to that. I would. I would. You're a terrible friend, Zoe.
The two of us
I've known
exchanged.
you one day and I already hate you.
It's almost kept talking in the Zoe voice. The two of us exchanged numbers before shuffling out of the cafe. Aiden and Zoe get in a very nice car and wave goodbye before driving away from the university. I look behind me and take in the cafe for another moment before taking my leave. I'm definitely tired after today, and my cozy bed beckons me home. The walk back to the dormitory turns out to be quite brisk. Elliot's coffee must have put a pep in my step, because in no time at all, I'm back in my room.
I'm looking at the bunk bed, and there's no railing on it, which is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you don't move when you sleep, you don't tend to fall out of the bed.
I don't know. If I were him, I'd stick to the bottom bunk, if I'm honest.
The first thing I do is collapse into my bed. The cozy linen sheets embrace me like a newborn, cradled up by the support of a cheap mattress. Dreamland awaits me.
Alright, so when is this psychic connection about to start, you think?
Yeah, we haven't gotten to the supernatural bits of this yet.
Oh my god, I imagine it's gonna be like, 'cause I'm a Cancer, I gotta...
I don't
Oh god.
know if the Zodiac thing is going to actually be important. I think it was just Zoe being quirky. Why is my phone going off? Hey, Tactical! It was pretty cool having coffee with you. It's like 3 in the morning, Zoe. I was wondering if you're free tomorrow, consider cashing in on paying for your coffee. I didn't realize the coffee came with a sturdy enough price tag to warrant Zoe whisking me away. I have half a mind to tell her off, but getting into an argument with my RA and new friend shortly after getting here wouldn't exactly benefit me.
I don't currently have plans.
Hopefully I won't regret this.
You will, Zoe. She's the worst.
Awesome. How about we meet at the cafe tomorrow? I was thinking about noonish.
Sounds good.
I sent a confirmation message and set my phone to the side. Maybe going to the cafe with Zoe and Aiden will become a regular thing for me. I could have sworn that Aiden had said they only went to the cafe on Mondays and Fridays. Aiden seemed pretty cool at first. I'm sure he's not a bad person, but he seems a bit excessively posh. I still can't help but respect his focus. He really seems like he has everything worked out. Meanwhile, I'm just floundering as I try to figure things out. I begin to toss and turn in an effort to regain a comfortable position. My brain is turned back on and is now just replaying the events from earlier today. Quinn was quite the energetic bunny, but I'm not sure if I can keep up with him all semester. He definitely strikes me as a handful and a half. The cafe was surprisingly nice, and Elliot was very sweet. I'm not sure how I felt about his flirting, though. I'm even less sure if he was being serious or if he
If you
was
call
just
that
teasing me.
sweet,
I don't think he was teasing you. He seemed very clear that he was interested.
uh,
I need to get these random thoughts out of my head and get to sleep. There'll be plenty of time to think about boys in school tomorrow.
I was busy dreaming about boys.
Date
All
is
right,
September 1st.
September 1st.
I don't know why I just saved
Yeah.
again.
All right, looks like that is probably gonna be it. Day one is over. We met some lovely friends, sans Zoe, and uh, I guess we'll continue with day number two next time on Psychic Connection. See y'all later.
Don't out your friends without their permission.
If you take one thing away from this,
That's the
don't
moral
be
of today.
Zoe.